Alright, so it's that time of the week again, eShop deals, and today I've got 12 games under $10 or your regional equivalent, and here I cover the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Also then, I'm back after a 2-week hiatus, first time I've missed deals videos I guess for a few weeks and years, but now we are back in action, and I do anticipate we're going to be back to daily content by, I'm hoping, at least the end of next week. Also as well, you can of course expect here this budget video every single Thursday, and then any price deals on Saturdays. Then drop a comment down below as well for your chance to win a $10 eShop gift card in next Thursday's video, and do watch out for the winner from our last one later in this video. Alright, if you do enjoy this video, do not forget to subscribe, like and share. That makes a huge difference for the channel. And let's kick things off today with Morbid, the 7 Acolytes. It's a self-described horror punk action RPG heavily influenced by the works of Lovecraft and Cronenberg, and what that means is visually the pixel art and the general design is grotesque yet stunning, and it features some seriously impressive animations. The gameplay then is reminiscent of isometric Souls-like experiences, and story-wise you're going to be embarking on a quest as the last surviving warrior to defeat the 7 Acolytes and vanquish evil. Now while I did experience some burnout towards the end game, it gets a little repetitive, I do think 85% off here is a fantastic deal that matches the low price. And yeah, I'd say my final note, just be warned, this one is brutally difficult. Zengeon then gets a new low price, 85% off, and it's a decent little dungeon crawler roguelike, although it doesn't quite reach the heights of, some others in the genre. Now you can see my full review in the pinned comment below, but generally, it's a fun anime-inspired spin on the genre with multiple playable characters and then a sci-fi vibe to its world. The combat is solid too, but I will point out here I had some minor frame rate drops towards that endgame where things get particularly, I guess, busy. Additionally as well, on that note, while the visuals are nice, they can be overly flashy, making it easy to lose track of exactly what is occurring on screen. Now despite these issues, I still find the game's loop satisfying, and with this discount I do think it is a good time to jump in. Super Cyborg is a treat for old school run and gun fans. Think a traditional Contra-esque experience. Now it even includes a few throwback top-down moments. That is a nice touch, and I did review this one. You can find that in the pinned comment below. Now despite its budget price point, it's truly a hidden gem, and while the character designs may appear I guess a little bit bland, the game makes up for this with its fun enemies, well-designed levels and tight controls. Also true to its influences, be prepared for a solid challenge ahead. Now then, it gets a new low price of 72% off, and I basically see no reason why genre fans wouldn't want to pick this one up. Swordship is up next. This is 75% off, also a new low price. It's another one I covered, so find that full video in the pinned comment. Really enjoyed this one overall. It's advertised as a reverse shmup, meaning you can't fire, so you need to leverage your enemy's firepower against themselves. So think flying between different targets and then evading that incoming fire. I love the stylized visual style that they went with, and it packs a decent soundtrack as well. Where this one stumbles, lack of content. There's only a few worlds to overcome and then it is basically done. Look, sure, there's unlocks to chase if that is your thing, but it would have really benefited from, an endless mode and more focus on its story as well. It kind of gives you a very basic premise that you are helping some sort of resistance to collect resources. It seems those in power are not happy about this, but that definitely could have been fleshed out. Highwater then is a new release, and I dropped a review roundup video yesterday on the channel where I covered 5 games and this was one of them. Find that video in the pinned comments. I was impressed with this one though. It was a Netflix game originally, and it's essentially a narrative adventure paired with strategic turn-based combat. It's not too challenging generally, in fact I think veterans will find it a breeze, but I love the world and the idea of a future world that is now flooded. It's also incredibly relaxed with exploration occurring in a boat that I really enjoyed, and it features an absolutely stunning soundtrack. I think where it stumbles, it's only a few areas, but I would have loved more story, and then it's a little bit short, about 6 hours. But yeah, look, take a look, it's unique, it's also 50% off as well, a new low price, and that is a sizable drop for such a new game. Alright, so from relaxed to Jump King, and if you want a game that will potentially make you break your Switch, then this is it. The concept is simple really. You need to navigate a vertical map to save the smoking hot princess at the top of the tower. You do this by judging the power of your jumps. Basically, the longer you hold it, the further you go. And the problem here is once you do start a motion, you can't stop and you're gonna be falling frequently, often all the way back to the bottom. And that's what makes this, in my opinion, one of the hardest games on the system. It's only going to be for the patient, and they even added in new modes and maps. But yeah, check out my video below where I personally just had to give up. 60% off then matches the low price. Arcade Paradise then is 50% off, a new low price, and here's a game I didn't expect to enjoy, but here we are, and basically the concept is simple. Run a laundromat for your family while secretly building an arcade in the back that can hopefully turn into the primary business. Now, games like these are just really addictive. It's in that world of Power Wash Simulator or the recent Supermarket Simulator where the repetitive tasks are just simply rewarding. The best thing on this one though is, like most, cash leads to expansion, but in this case, it's new arcade machines which you can actually engage with. I have a video as I explored the early game, which I will link below. Grand Mountain Adventure was a game which at launch I really enjoyed, and you can find my review below, but for many they saw it as an iOS game and overpriced, and I did get that honestly, but they added a whole lot of new content, including new locations to think different mountains. It's basically skiing and snowboarding, and it can be as relaxed or challenging as you want it to be, but as you do work through these different events, I just found it incredibly entertaining. This was one of those games where I intended, to play for 15 minutes, and that turned into hours. Also, now the price a whole lot easier to digest. It's 75% off, a new low price. Civilization 6 gets a new low price of 85% off, and considering you can get hundreds of hours of gameplay from this one, it is one of the best deals of the week. An incredibly in-depth strategy game. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because you just can't summarize this one in 60 seconds, but I highly recommend SwitchUp's review. It is an absolute banger. Now look, sure, expect a visual downgrade overall and some performance hiccups along this journey through the ages, but I do think that is understandable, and once again as well, a crazy price for what you are getting here. Sparklite is here with a new low price of 85% off. It's been a long time coming, a new low price on this one. It's an indie action-adventure title with roguelike elements where you basically embark on a quest to defeat the evil Baron. So in this world, essentially, Sparklite serves as a mysterious fuel source, and the Baron seeks to exploit it for his own purposes. With a plethora of gadgets, weapons, and gear at your disposal, it's a great choice for fans of top-down adventure games. Plus, the game has stunning visuals and a seriously impressive soundtrack. This one is a gem on the system, and I've featured it on more than a few top lists. Retro City Rampage DX is our penultimate game of the week, and if you're into old school GTA, then this is for you, because that's exactly what it is. It's a homage to the classic GTA series, and it's also then a new low price of 70% off. It's a picture here of an 8-bit open world where you dive back into the criminal underworld with a slew of story missions, eccentric characters, challenges, weapons, and vehicles. The game even throws in some fun minigame crossovers with titles such as Minecraft, Super Meat Boy, Bit Trip, and Epic Mealtime. As an extra treat, then, it includes a prototype version of the game that was actually designed to run on real 8-bit hardware. Our winner of the week then is going to GTVAS, who highlighted Owlbad, the lovely little adventure game. Congrats on the win, email me for your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next Thursday's video. Monster Hunter Rise is our final game of the video, and it gets a new low price of 75% off. Now here you're thrust into the role of a warrior, tasked with taking down different colossal beasts. What sets it apart? The mechanics like the zipwire and the ability to temporarily tame monsters, allowing you to turn them against each other. It's also just a testament to what can be achieved when a game is optimized for the Switch hardware. Then overall, I'd say the gameplay loop is incredibly addictive. You'll constantly just find yourself leveling up, acquiring new weapons and armor, and it's even better when played online with a group of friends. And yeah, this game, not a lot else to add honestly, just this game is a must play. And that's the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week? Let us know in the comments. With that, a shout out to the patrons and the channel members who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news and lists daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.